Are you aware of any time in American history when an attorney general has directed the FBI to begin to intervene in school board meetings, local school board meetings?
I'm not aware, and I'm not aware that is not going on. Let me be very,
Really,
very
this
clear.
isn't about local school board meetings? That's not the subject of the memorandum? I thought that was in the memorandum.
The memorandum is quite clear. It's one page, and it asks the U.S. attorney community and the FBI special agents in charge to convene state and local law enforcement partners to ensure that there's an open line of communication to address threats, to address violence, and that's the appropriate role of the Department of Justice to make sure that we are addressing criminal conduct and violence.
At local school board meetings, let me just ask you this. Is parents waiting sometimes for hours to speak at a local school board meeting to express concerns about critical race theory or the masking of their students, particularly young children? Is that in and of itself, is that harassment and intimidation? Is waiting to express one's view at a school board meeting harassment and intimidation?
As the Attorney General's memorandum made quite clear, spirited debate is welcome, is a hallmark of this country. It's something we all should engage in. And
no, I don't think so, Ms. Monaco. With all due respect, it didn't make it quite clear. It does.
Today, we're diving into a heated exchange between Senator Josh Hawley and Deputy Attorney General Lisa Monaco. The topic? A controversial memorandum from the Department of Justice involving school board meetings, the FBI, and concerns about free speech. Attorney General Merrick Garland issued a memorandum directing the FBI to work with local law enforcement to address threats at school board meetings. This move has sparked intense debate. Many parents have been vocal about their concerns on topics like critical race theory and mask mandates. But here's the twist. Some worry this memorandum could chill free speech. During a Senate Judiciary Committee hearing, Senator Josh Hawley didn't hold back. His opening remarks set the tone, accusing the DOJ of weaponizing federal agencies against political opponents.
School board meetings. Let me just ask you this. Is parents waiting sometimes for hours to speak at a local school board meeting to express concerns about critical race theory or the masking of their students, particularly young children? Is that in and of itself, is that harassment and intimidation? Is waiting to express one's view at a school board meeting harassment and intimidation?
As the Attorney General's memorandum made quite clear, spirited debate is welcome, is a hallmark of this country. It's something we all should engage in. And
no, I don't think so, Ms. Monaco. With all due respect, it didn't make it quite clear. It doesn't define those terms, nor does it define harassment or intimidation. It talks about violence. I think we can agree that violence shouldn't be condoned or looked aside from in any way, swept under the rug at all. But harassment and intimidation, what did those terms mean in the context of a local school board meeting? I mean, this seems to, in the First Amendment context, we talk about the chill to speech. If this isn't a deliberate attempt to chill parents from showing up at school board meetings for their elected school boards, I don't know what is. I mean, I'm not aware of anything like this in American history. We're talking about the FBI. You're using the FBI to intervene in school board meetings. That's extraordinary.
Senator, I have to respectfully disagree. That is not what...
Point me to an instance.
The Attorney General's memorandum made quite clear that violence is not appropriate. Spirited public debate on a whole range of issues is absolutely what this country is all about.
Then why is it being investigated by the FBI?
It is not. When and if any situation turns to violence, then that is the appropriate role of law enforcement to address it.
The memorandum covers more than violence. It talks about intimidation. It talks about harassment. So I'm asking you to draw some lines. We do this all the time in the First Amendment context. This is the sum and substance of First Amendment law, so I expect that you'll be available and willing to do it now. Tell me where the line is with parents expressing their concerns, waiting for hours in these school board meetings. We've all seen the videos. This happened in my state. Parents have waited for hours. Sometimes the school board meetings have been ended before they can speak because the school board doesn't want to hear it. And now parents are told that if they wait and they express their views, that they may be investigated for intimidation?
I don't know who's telling them that, Senator. The job of the Justice Department is to...
He even likened this to McCarthy-era tactics. Talk about starting off with a bang. Senator Hawley asked Monaco a pointed question. Are you aware of any time in American history when the FBI intervened in local school board meetings? Monaco firmly responded, saying, "I'm not aware, and that's not what's happening here." She explained that the memorandum was about ensuring communication between federal and local authorities to address threats, not silencing parents. But Hawley wasn't convinced. He pressed further, questioning how terms like harassment and intimidation were defined, arguing that such ambiguity could suppress legitimate, passionate debate. Hawley painted a vivid picture, parents waiting for hours to voice their concerns, only to be silenced or even investigated for intimidation. He demanded clarity on where the line is drawn between free speech and criminal conduct. Monaco reiterated, the DOJ's role is to address violence, not spirited public debate. But Hawley wasn't buying it. His sharp rebuttal suggested this was a deliberate attempt to intimidate parents. This clash raises serious questions. How do we balance addressing threats with protecting free speech? Is the DOJ overstepping its bounds, or is this a necessary step to ensure safety? Hawley believes this is unprecedented and dangerous. Hawley concluded by demanding Attorney General Garland testify before the committee. He argued that parents have the right to speak at school board meetings without fear of federal intervention. His words, "This is wrong, this is dangerous, and it sets a terrible precedent." If you enjoyed this breakdown, give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into today's most pressing issues.